Andrew, what are we doing?
We are geoguessing.
We're
Certainly are.
going to find some animals. They're hard animals.
Wild animals.
You think we'll beat the average score?
Ooh.
No.
I mean, the high scores are pretty damn high. Some of it must be identifiable.
And that's
Tropical
mental.
islands of the Pacific to the deserts of the Arabian Peninsula. Right.
Wild animals.
So basically, it's locations where Google Street View shows a wild animal.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a bird. It's like a pelican or something.
Looks like a crane, actually. Hard to tell because it's in motion, but there's a sign there.
Who went through all of Google Street View to find all these animals? So this is Africa.
Yes, but that's a big continent, so where in Africa?
Is it Africa?
This doesn't look very African.
That
Could be.
That sounds like Zeruko or whatever
Sound
Polish.
Polish.
That
looks quite Cyrillic, yes.
I was going to say South Africa if it had to be Africa, but I don't think it is Africa.
Yeah, it's somewhere in Poland.
Shame I don't have any poles with me. Oh, there's a big finger. Let's get fingered.
Iberstore?
Puts it on the German border because that's German.
It says something. Zaprasa. What does it mean?
North of there.
What does
So
it mean?
somewhere along that grey line.
No, it's
The other grey line.
Oh, it's that border, the Russian border.
It's not Russia. That is Russia. It's their little exclave.
No,
on
it's
it.
not. Is it?
Yeah, that's Russia.
They're building border defences there just now.
You don't know about Russia's exclave in the Baltic?
I did not know about that.
It's cut off now because Finland's joined NATO, so nothing can get to it without a NATO country detecting it on radar. So,
And more to the point, for a lot of the way it has to pass through a NATO country, unless they want to use the sea.
next. There's a bicycle. There's an animal on a bicycle.
It's the long-beaked bird thing, right?
Heidi, shush. This
is
is Africa. Those men are
car.
over there playing poker or something.
That bird's got to join him. He's pulled up in his new car.
Seems to be like some kind of motorbike meeting. This is a difficult one. Can't go very far.
Some fellas on the right.
It's next to a lake somewhere in Africa.
How many lakes are there?
In
How
Africa?
big is the lake? There are a few.
Count them all. Maybe Uganda. It's got like Lake Victoria and stuff, but I don't know if it's.
Have a look at the lake, see how big it is. Is it enormous or just...
This is as close as I can get to the lake.
It's actually fairly big. It's probably bigger than the one at Strathclyde Park, so...
It can't be.
Haha!
It was Uganda.
Pretty Ugandan.
Yeah.
It's a
Zebra, we're still in Africa.
stripy horse.
There's that car riff again.
Eddie Murphy voice. Oh, I thought he was standing on the animals there.
Was it not Chris Rock that voiced the zebra?
Yeah.
No, it's no. Oh, it was Chris Rock. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's donkey.
That's
Different film, but okay.
Exactly.
Where?
They're not the same voice.
Kevin Hart, right? That's the one.
Kenya?
Worth a shot.
That's where we kept finding elephants, right, Andrew? Yeah. Meow! Oh my, this is a bit chillier than Africa.
More birds.
Geese.
Honk!
In fact, they're Canada geese, so that puts them pretty much at Canada or the UK.
You just spun round and there's like
It's probably Canada.
houses and stuff.
The number of them, I would say, yeah.
America ended, that's it.
Yep.
Was the name of that.
It could also be the North America. the north of the US.
Yeah.
American flag makes me feel that way.
Yeah.
For or sale.
I suspect that's a stitching error.
So like
Like
Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire.
the geese
Could
live
be
in
any of them.
Alaska. Does the geese live as far up north as Alaska?
Oh, they come down as far as Scotland.
That's the opposite answer from what you.
Mm-hmm.
It just the landscape doesn't seem very like it seems very different than like the contiguous United
Yes.
States. It's like, but then I don't know.
I'm asking you a question. The populated area.
One of the more major.
Oh, for goodness sake!
South
Carolina, was it?
Dakota.
South Dakota.
Carolinas are down here. That's,
Miles off, sorry.
that one stung. Stung a little bit. What is this? It's another bird. They should have called this birds.
Familiar
instead.
bird. Yeah.
I'm sure I ate it in Green Hill. It's like we're like the hill's so big. It's like we're going around a very small globe. Isn't that Jim Carrey's house from Me, Myself, and Irene? Or Eileen? What is it? No, has the three sons.
I've never seen the
Not
film.
familiar with it now. The
Still feels like America. My God, I've
Yeah,
been sucked into a hobbit hole.
we're here in the sticks. We want to go back to civilization.
I think we're on an island. Wattle track.
the wattle track. You think Hawaii or maybe Australia?
I'm thinking Hawaii, one of these military kind of areas, because look at the buildings.
I had the buildings kind of look that way, but
Fine.
colours also just lead me towards Australia. You know, green and yellow.
Can I go in any closer?
That's the seal of some university. or
Something
like that.
Massland Scientific Reserve.
Is it the Taj Mahal or something like that?
I'm liking Hawaii. We'll get 37 seconds.
Just have to go for it, right?
Any universities in Hawaii?
There's something.
New Zealand.
They're all Polynesian island.
Nice point, sir.
Oh wow.
I'm not a hiker. I think we beat the 9,000 average score, so
Yeah.
that's something.
It is.
Turns out,
The average up for the next person.
lots of places have birds.
Who'd have thought?
Anyway, next one. Animals. 7,000 average score. That's even harder.
7935.
Everything's better down where it's wetter. Under the sea. You think Great Barrier Reef?
It's like coral reef, right? So
That's definitely one of them.
that's
It's quite bleached.
That's a lot of fish.
do we still have the compass thing in the map?
Compass here.
Yeah, and
That's,
the sun.
That's
Is
south.
the sun to the north and the south. Right, east. It's,
Kind of straight above us, to be honest.
yeah, it's.
That puts it fairly equatorial. Could be the one off Japan then.
I think it's Australia or the Caribbean.
Imagine living in this time zone.
Is that the equator there? That
The horizontal line, yeah.
so that puts it probably roughly. It could be the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, northeastern like Australia and that big peninsula. Yeah, dark
Or
again.
not.
That's. But you were right though, Douglas. It's quite close to equatorial. But we're
Unfortunately, the equator
Literally.
goes all the way around.
Yeah, the equator's kind of wide. You could say it's as wide as the world.
what is there to go on though? Because like it's the same ocean, right?
You just need to be a fish expert.
Eggs on the loose.
My god, I'm having Ranch Simulator PTSD. This
Very
Swiss.
Swiss, very Swiss, right?
Does have that
I mean,
alpine feeling.
my god, it's like cycling through the Sound of Music.
The trees are. I wasn't sure if they were warped by the photography or by the wind, but I think they are actually warped.
Sun is to the south, so yeah.
It's a bit zoned.
I'll give you a clue. It's not in Serbia.
It's not in Serbia.
It was pointing at Serbia.
That's better. Close up.
It was actually in Austria.
This feels like Kazakhstan.
I think Everest Base Camp, Nepal kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
These are top
Oh,
mountains.
that
Where's
mountain is
the...
actually familiar. I mean, there are some.
Where's the animal?
It'll be like pack animals or something, right? Like if you zoom in to, near the buildings, maybe. That's it.
Donkeys
Like
or something? Where's
Donkey.
that? Where is
Lots of
Nepal?
transparent humans. It's east of there, just to the west of China. It's been assimilated. It's literally on the Chinese border, so we'll keep going east.
Condensed. If you go like north of India, I think it's in Nepal personally, which is the bottom of your map, isn't it?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, it's the bit that's... See, if you're in India and you go on Google Maps, it's part of India, but if you're in China and you Google Maps, it's part of China. And one point in time, Google got that mixed up and displayed them the opposite way around and nearly caused a war.
It's the Google Doodle.
Yeah, like when people annex like land nowadays, instead of like, you know, contacting the UN or something, the first people they contact are Google Maps. Wonderful. Have you ever seen an elephant fly? This is India. And look at the clothes these people are wearing. And the Indian elephants.
And
Why are you looking at Italy?
Zoom
it's
in.
definitely Sicily, the new part of India.
Where in India?
We're
Hmm.
not able to move, are we?
Northeast.
Sure. No! It's actually
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
That's just awful.
This is a foggy day.
Scotland.
Mm.
That's just a seagull, right?
No. No, that's not a seagull. Look at its nose.
Yeah, that's a very distinctive beak.
Some evolved form of a seagull.
Possibly an Arctic tern or something like that.
The
Found Andrew's weakness. Birds.
yeah, it does kind of look like Scotland, though, right? Like, I can imagine a Scottish island like this. You know?
Yeah, something about the grass makes me think Scotland as well.
Something about
yeah.
the grass.
Assuming it is an island as well, but I think. Well,
What? It's the Falklands.
Oh!
we're at the wrong end of the world.
It's called Bird Island.
Of course it is.
So, two of our guesses, we got a total of 1 point.
Yeah, so if you like.
No wonder it was like 7,000 average score. It was we beat the average score, I can say I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
But that is...
What does that say about the other people who played it?
They didn't know about... I don't know. Nepal. But yes, there was also 1,000 locations, so we could have got lucky with some of them. That is the end of a very hard Geoguessr. Turns out there are lots of animals in the world, and people have taken pictures of them. If you enjoyed that, give us a subscribe and like the video. And if you happen to be an entomologist, give us a comment on what the animals were. And we shall see you in the future. Entomologist is bugs, right?
Yeah.
So whatever. We will see you in the future.